For this problem, we're going to find the value of x labeled right over here in this corner. So what we're kind of taking a look here, we're taking a look at a parallelogram essentially that we have going on, with the two parallel lines being these top lines here, right, the top and the bottom of this figure. With this diagonal line over here is what's being known as the transversal. A transversal that cuts through two parallel lines. And when that happens, there's certain relationships that follow with the angles involved in this scenario here. These two lines, the two parallel lines, the one transversal that cuts through. So it creates four angles up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then four angles down here, right, 5, 6, 7, 8. So specifically, we're looking at the x and the x minus 60. So we want to know what x is equal to, which is then going to in turn let us know what these two angles are equal to, is exactly what we're going to solve for here. So when we take a look at this situation here, again, we have our transversal, the two parallel lines that go with it here. And we're specifically looking at these two angles right inside this grouping here. These two angles are called the same side interior angles here. And what we know about same side interior angles, right, so they're on the same side of this transversal. They're both these inner angles together. They're on the inside here as opposed to being on the outside of the parallel lines, right? Inside here in the middle, outside out over here. So they're on the inside on the same side of the transversal here. And what we know about that is that same side interior angles are supplementary angles, which means that they add up to 180 degrees. So that's really all we need to know in order to solve this problem. This inside angle plus this inside angle is going to equal 180 degrees. So we can take x plus, right, our first angle x, plus our second angle, which is x minus 60, and we're going to take those two angles, add them up, set them equal to 180 degrees. Solve this equation to figure out what x is. So in order to solve this equation, simplify it first. Combine your like terms. 1x plus 1x is a 2x. Drop everything else down. Add that 60 to the other side. All right, since we're solving for x here, this negative 60 plus 60 cancels. Drop down to 2x is equal to, well, 180 plus 60 gives us 240. Divide out the coefficient here. So when we divide by 2, we get that x is equal to 120 degrees. So that means this angle right over here is 120 degrees. If we want to know what this angle measurement over here is, we can simply just take this x equals 120, plug in 120 to x, which would give us 120 minus 60, with this bottom angle over here being 60 degrees then.